Hi, it's Jenny and Friends, Steve Marshall and Jenny D. And today's Hot Take Tuesday. We actually were talking about this on the air this morning, so maybe you heard us, but there's a new class that they're teaching, and it's basically to teach kids how to talk on a phone.
Which is so ridiculous to me. It's literally a class for 16 to 18-year-olds in high school to teach them how to actually have a conversation with another human being.
Which is, I mean, I get it with even my kids, like on their phone, like just, texting. They'll text a million times.
Right.
I'm like, Mommy's called you 3 times. Answer your phone. I need to hear from you. But it's a whole generation of people that are just disconnected in like the physical realm.
It's been a slow progress because I notice even millennials and Gen, what is it, Z after millennials? Yeah. So, and Gen Zers are, wait, is that who we're talking about?
Maybe.
I'm getting so confused with the generational gaps now.
I think it's Gen X.
Okay.
I think it's Gen X.
Okay, yeah. Even with Gen X and then millennials, it's started to creep down. And now it's just gotten to the point where we've basically gotten back to using hieroglyphs, emojis.
Yeah.
And communicating
we're
that
going
way.
back in time. Well, and the thing is, and I was noticing this in my car the other day. So I'm driving and Mr. Wednesday's with me, the 2 girls, and they're all on their phones playing games and stuff. I'm like, I'm just driving Miss Daisy. Like, I felt like an Uber driver. And I was like, oh my God, like no one's talking. It's super quiet. I'm jamming out to music and they're all just like sucked in their phone. I was like, put your phones down.
Well, I'm sure you've been to a restaurant where you've got like a family sitting there and everybody is on their own separate device, just looking at their phones, not communicating, not talking.
Oh, yeah.
It really doesn't surprise me. And that's why I think a lot of these younger people have to take like their mommy on their job interviews with them and stuff because they don't know how to have a conversation.
Well, having conversation, you've had this at your work because he's got like a side hustle. I'm super jealous about the side hustle. But he said side hustle where you're hosting at a restaurant and like the younger generation that is there, they're sitting on their phones waiting for people to walk up to them to get like to work. And it's that, oh my goodness. Could you imagine when we were younger, like you couldn't have a phone out. You couldn't have anything. No. I mean, I'd have to put my pager in my locker.
Well, when I was young, we didn't have phones like that. But no, they literally
had the long cord.
Stretch it all the way
Stretch
from home.
It had the rotary kids. Ask your parents what that is.
I'm not that old.
Okay.
They do stand up there, and the managers get frustrated because the training actually says go open the door for people, greet them, welcome them. Oh no, they stand there and stare at the phone. Somebody walks up, then they look up and go, "Oh yeah, how many?"
Yeah. Like it's completely beyond me. I'm like, really? And I think because I'm a phone person, like I like the energy of talking to somebody on the phone. But I mean, that's what we do. We talk
right
all day.
Right.
But but I like that energy of being able to talk to people and actually hear their voice and hear how they're reacting. Because sometimes you get a text message, you're like, I can't believe she said this and she did this, and they're like, no, it's supposed to be like fun.
Yeah, you can't tell inflection over text. That's why I think conversations are very important. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I like talking to people on the phone less and less.
Yeah.
Than I used to.
Yeah.
But I can still hold a conversation if needed because I still have the skill.
Well, and I feel like every job you're going to be in, you're going to have to at some point be able to talk to people and be professional on the phone.
Yeah,
I get the class, but now they're saying they're taking also out like the analog clocks because kids don't know how to tell time. What? And there was a very valid listener wrote in on this, and they're like, when did it become like not a parent's responsibility to teach them basic life stuff?
Yeah, no, that you're absolutely right. And same thing with, well, if you want to get technical with money and stuff like that, everybody's talking about how we should all have an adulting course.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a horrible idea, but that is another one of those things that parents have just let the schools kind of pick up and do, like telling time with a not a digital clock, analog clock. Reading a map is something else that I think we should probably be able to do just in case GPS ever goes away. I mean,
okay, so here's the thing. That's my kryptonite. I am terrible with directions. I can read 5 or 6 books a week. I cannot read a map. Okay. And that's not based on Cherry Creek schools or wherever I went. That's literally just like something is wired wrong in my brain for that. But so that I'm going to give a pass on. But
well, I'll
like,
give you
your taxes, because there's so many things. And yes, there's a lot of different ways that they can help now. But doing your taxes, no one taught me how to do that.
No, me either. And thank goodness for tax software. I'll give you a break on the maps because that's not easy. I don't even like reading maps if I can help it. And even some stuff with like digital things like taxes and things like that. Okay, fine. If you're not real good at that. But talking?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We can't even hold a conversation anymore.
I mean, if us two idiots can do it, you can
Seriously.
do it too. Kids, the more you know.
So good luck in those
Good
difficult
luck.
conversations.
If you want to call and practice on us, 303-290-1011. We will help you learn, my friends.